Well, the president's op-ed piece talked a lot about innovation and the role that space can play in promoting American innovation, and it was tied toward an upcoming White House conference in Pittsburgh called Frontiers, and looking at all kinds of frontiers, not just scientific frontiers, but also physical frontiers like exploring space. The president's op-ed talked a lot about going to Mars as a long-term goal and objective, which a lot of space supporters, of course, like and want to see. Landing on the Martian surface by the 2030s is not, in my view, a realistic goal. It's possible to imagine putting astronauts in orbit around Mars. It's possible to imagine visiting the Martian moons by that time. But the technical challenges and the budgetary challenges of building a vehicle to go down to the Martian surface, survive, and come back up, I think are pretty daunting. If you're going to land a human on Mars, you're talking something much, much larger, say 30 to 40 metric tons on the surface, so several times the size of anything we've landed before. And landing something that large safely on Mars is really difficult because Mars actually is a quite irritating planet. That is, it's large enough that it has a strong gravity field such that if you try to land solely with rockets, a heavy payload requires a lot of fuel to land, and it's quite expensive to do it that way. On the other hand, Mars is small and it has a very, very thin atmosphere, so it's hard to use a parachute. That is, a parachute for a heavy payload might be several times the size of a football stadium. So on Earth, we have this nice big dense atmosphere that we can use for re-entry and a parachute and landing. On the Moon, fairly small, you have no atmosphere, and it's fairly light gravity, and so landing with rockets is possible. Mars is right in between.